in my videos, I let your shadow meet your light so you can be whole again. And every Sunday, 6 p.m. Central European time, I'm sitting in my tarot room, ready to see what's going on. And today, we are gonna welcome the Equinox in. Equinox, of course, is 20th of March, but now it's 16th of March, and soon here. We are in this beautiful eclipse season also. We just had a lunar eclipse in Virgo, and then we will have also solar eclipse. I think it's in Aries, and Aries season is starting as well. Anyway, here are 3 piles ready for you. I'm gonna use today my Love Shadow Equinox reading spread, tarot spread, and we're gonna look what is your shadow love and what you need the most. But let's introduce this pile. So pile number 1, there is heart chakra today. There is a rune called Tiwaz. Tiwaz. And the first card is Trust. This kind of beautiful duck family is here. Prasan Sharma say, hello, solar sister. Leo here. Yes, welcome. This is my weekly love reading for any star signs waiting day extensive readings. I was sick, so I could not make it to the full moon to make my extensive readings that I usually do extra to the monthly prediction. I just made the monthly predictions. I was glad I was finishing that, but next week I will be doing this extensive readings, and there I will go sign by sign, and we use the same Equinox tarot spread. And in that reading today also we are looking the power in shadows. So maybe that give you extra little kick in your March. Yeah, Prasan Sharma, stay happy, always healthy. Yeah, you are like, I think you study medicine, you understand how bad is it when you don't have health. Like you cannot just do things. Like things what you thought you can do, you can't. And then I was coughing so much that it's really like last Sunday was really hard for me to do this reading, but I still did it. I'm glad I did it. I saw beautiful things there. Let's continue. Anyway, heart chakra here, and it's Tiwaz and the Trust. If you take the pile number 1, then pile number 2 is throat chakra, lapis lazuli. This is Mannaz. We have had this before. And protection. And then this tarot of opposition is here. Then pile number 3, crown chakra energy, beautiful amethyst. That is very guru-like peace coming here. And then we have also Raidho. Powerful also here. I think every of these piles are now kind of very power. We are talking about power in shadows, but they are showing in this kind of beautiful way. Trust, protection, and peace. Anyway, very positive powers, let's say. Yes, you're getting into this reading. I'm seeing, Prasan say, I'm seeing 10 always in my mobile. Yes, things are getting magical. And we have here the wolf. So the wolf will have a say-so of every reading. If we talk about now the shadow love and shadows, they always have to be light. So the wolf, white wolf, is here to give the guidance in the end. As well, I have this new deck. It's called Psychic Tarot for Heart. And this as well will give us a little heart guidance. And indeed, there is one more archetype card coming in this reading, showing power in shadow. Like what is that archetype now activated for you? But now you're supposed to use your intuition. I will put later timestamps, but these are now your choices. And before we go into the reading, I'm gonna read today's episode 11. And this is now we are in the sun, in the heaven of sun. And the title is A Saint's Life. How to live like a saint. So you're getting very spiritual. Let's show this sun. This is one child we have drawn this. Children always draw sun. It's a good thing for adults also to remember there is sun in the life. So Paradise 11, a saint's life. We are still in the sphere of sun in heaven. Dante reflects on the foolish efforts of the human mind, which runs pointlessly after such things as law, medicine, politics, trickery, and leisure. He, on the other hand, has been freed from all such things, following Beatrice to heaven instead. Thomas Aquinas, now this kind of guide, now in the sun, explains to Dante that God, in his providence, provided two princes who would help guide the bride of Christ, which is the church, to her beloved Christ. One of these men was characterized by burning love, which the other and the other had shining intelligence. Though different, both of these men are equally deserving of praise because their different actions served a single plan. Saint Francis had burning love and marriage in his saint's life to Lady of Poverty. So he was kind of born into rich life, but gave all his property to be poor, and was like being married to the Lady of Poverty. This message of you don't need to have earthly possessions. While other saint, and other saints have since then been moved by Francis' example. And Aquinas discusses also the life of Saint Dominic, the founder of the Dominican order, and criticizes Dominican order for its lack of discipline and present-day members, and he likens them to sheep straying from the shepherd. These two saints were sent by God to guide the church on earth to keep the ship of Saint Peter on a steady course. So it's all this kind of how a man can be good, can be intelligent, that's good, but it's the interesting point here was that the both saints were really like a single focused. Like one was focused on this giving all the riches away and being like a poor, and one was focused just to be intelligent. But it's like they all are good, but it's really like there's like a single plan in the saint's life. Like you're very much like focusing on one thing or something. Anyway, let's go forward now. Let's start this reading. So, of course, this whole book is like a pilgrim. This whole thing, when I realized like this whole Divine Comedy is like a kind of like a spiritual pilgrim, it is kind of that kind of saint's life. Dante goes through hell and purgatory and to the heaven. Like it's kind of going through this kind of interesting internal worlds and concepts also. So it is itself, the whole book is like a saint's life. But I find it very meaningful to do like a shadow work with these concepts, because this is a very old book, but it's still actual in many ways. Anyway, let's go on. Many artists, of course, have been inspired about this particular book, but yes, we got far. Okay, let's see this wolf here now. We have this trust. Trust is a big power indeed. It's when the heart is open, it can trust for sure. But yeah, if the trust is broken, indeed, it's very hard. But loving, this heart chakra is really like how to be a true lover and not a faker. Like actually a saint is a person who really can be like open-hearted for all kind of people that even see the good in others. It's like it's much more harder to understand a person than to judge a person, let's say. And understanding is very, very high energy, like accepting all parts. Mirlin baby, say hi, welcome. This is a general reading, now pile number 1. And I will do very simple 3-card spread today about Equinox love shadow. And before we go into this, I think we take immediately the power in the shadow for this pile. So this is the power card. Yes, and I will read soon what this rune means, because this is also part of your choice, that you took this kind of upward arrow. What is that, Tiwaz? And anybody can put questions here, but in the end, after these 3 readings, I will take the question. And if you really want to be answered, yes, there is a possibility to put this kind of like what is it, super chat, like to pay something, but that is extra. Like I will give 1 free reading for sure. If somebody really like, I want to get this psychic question now answered, then thank for all the support. Okay, I have to focus now. So pile number 1, what is the archetype for you? That is the power in the shadow. This one. Thank you. And I think the wolf, I was thinking to give it as a kind of like a counselor here until the end of the reading. Let's do like that. It's an interestingly. So we put the wolf here waiting. As well the other card here. Come later the light. Now we take the shadow. Let's see the power. The poet. Wow, amazing. Wow. And number 7. That's also a nice number. Wow. The poet. I think before we go anywhere, this is now pile number 1. Your power in the shadow is to be poet. Being a poet is not an easy thing. For sure not. And if we have here the Dante, he has made all this book. Still actual. Like the words can stay, like a rock stay after we are dead. Even the whatever you leave behind can make the world a better place. But you have now that poet. Amazing. Number 7. Yes, there is somebody saying, kindly guide me for the financial growth and stability. How does Bill Clinton again? Asking, am I from Belarus? I'm not from Belarus, I'm from Finland. Do you know where the Finland is? Where the Santa Claus lives? Anyway, let's continue. So, the poet. This is the power in the shadow for you. The artist, the witness, the truth teller. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wound of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. Amazing power here. I'm like a wow, wow, wow. Yes. Okay, maybe one more thing I read from here. It's likely there is a poem or poet that was meaningful to you at a young age. Revisit and reread it now. Be open to its message. So, only thing that, like this, my mom is trying to call me. Oh no, but I cannot answer. So, anyway, the poet. Actually, the fact that my mom is calling, she is actually very good with words. Maybe, you know, she's tuning in. Let's have now this Tiwaz. Tiwaz. Yes, let's do this rune for you, pile number 1. So the element is air. It's about manliness, justice, leadership, and logic. And the animal will be hound and a wolf. And tarot connected to this rune is Justice card and the Hanged Man. Tiwaz resembles an arrow or a spear, which already suggests its meaning. It stands for the war god Tyr in Norway, Viking mythology. He was once considered the main god of the Germanic people, and all the Norse gods were subordinate to him. And Tiwaz also stands on earth for hierarchy and the fair treatment of everyone. There is equal right for all. In addition, it symbolizes orderly coexistence within a society based on certain rules that must be followed. Tyr was later replaced by Odin. So this is very ancient god. Tiwaz is similar to the polar star, which shows the right way in night and fog and can therefore be used when people suffer from decision-making incapacity and assertiveness and weakness, to be assertive. For the person seeking advice, this rune means that sacrifices have to be made and a lot of courage has to be mastered at the moment. For future, Tiwaz says that although one feels unfairly treated in an interpersonal conflict, ultimately justice will come and prevail sooner or later. So keep going. It's like only way is up. Okay, wearing red berries here logically. Yes, here we have now beautiful powers, not giving up and keeping this wisdom and sharing it, and possibly making the poets from the heart. This is of course here too, and trusting. So let's see, next thing. We are gonna go to see this spread. So this is my own spread I created. It's about shadow love. So we are looking now, your love shadow is what you need the most. And what is the positive about this shadow? Now we're facing and meeting the shadow. What is the positive thing about it? And then this is how my love shows with this shadow. So the result outcome is this because of this shadow. Wow. What is the love shadow you need the most? Ferrari horse, burning the sexiest knight. Looks like this is of course a builder knight, but this is the sexiest knight. This is somebody who has fire, who is really this kind of like a, yeah, let's say there is big passion, but that is the love shadow that you need the most. Maybe sometimes the fire can go off. That's the problem, but you need the fire. The fire is here. The poet needs the fire too. Cannot be in the darkness. Even the words come from the darkness. There must be fire. Yes. Wow. The fire has to be ignited in the heart. And there is this passionate. This story of this horse, of course, is like the lover boy has to capture this devil's horse that is burning, and then he is totally like, I'm gonna do it, and he's doing it. And he calls up this kind of storm and the wind and the rain, icy rain, and the rain rains on this horse and put the fire off. And then it's kind of like a horse whisperer. He can like tame the horse. But first he has to put like ice water on it. And then he brings back the horse to the witch of the north to get the girl. But it was still not enough. But still this is one task, that is to tame this passion. Tame this passionate horse. That is now your love shadow. A wild, wild passion. Interesting. It's getting interesting here. Okay, let's see what is the positive thing about this devil's horse. Wow, more fire. there is a dragon, which is 10 of wands, which is a huge working power. Like, yes, sometimes indeed you have to, if you put the fire, you have to put a lot of sticks there, and this is 10 of wands. It's like all the things are burning, like every skill you ever had, you are putting in use. So practically you have, positive thing about the shadow is you have to really do the work. And when you do it, you become this kind of rare fox, fire fox. So this fire fox is here, and of course the legend goes that this, when the fox is running, every hunter wanna capture this rare fox in the north. This is also capturing this rare devil's horse, but this is the fox who makes the northern light happen when it's running around. So amazing magic. Like, you are like a magical person. Like, you're like a in a Eastern philosophy, dragons are actually like a completely this kind of like a wizards, like a mastering of the Zen or whatever. Like this burning fire dragon is here with a positive thing. Like, you are really visible in the world, in a scale of the earth. Like, everybody notice what you are doing. Yeah, tame the stallion. Yes, wearing red, yes. But that is the shadow. Who can tame the stallion? The stallion is a bit too wild. It's like a Mustang, you know. They live in America where they live. I would always go and kill them and tame them. But it's good to keep the wild. But this is the shadow. How wild is the wild? Who is gonna tame the stallion? But if the stallion is tamed, I don't know, there is a beautiful show coming. Fire and art, northern light, and like a rare firefox. Amazing. That's some kind of poem here. Looks like some kind of artistic piece here. See, clearly. Okay, let's see then. This is how my love shows with this shadow. Amazing. Aww. This is 6 of Cups, so this is a nostalgic of lost innocence. Like, being in the moods of, like, this vamp is, of course, you can get to the moods of sadness, and because there is like a, okay, let's read this right to the book, because how can I connect all this thing with this vamp stories? This is a beautiful love here, like a this would be like the yin to my yang, or like this kind of like soulmate stuff going on here. But is this all the show on to call the soulmate in? Maybe the soulmate comes eventually. But let's see. This is interesting card. Passion of true love. This is maybe a little bit like heart is really loving, is true love. Let's hear the outcome. It's like an elf of the swamplands. Is the outcome. The elf is coming. I love this deck. That's why it's in the heart chakra always this, because these are such amazing stories, you know. Where is this number? I have to translate this live. So this is how my love shows with the shadow. It's the swamp of emotions, a doctor, an inner healer, liminal places, living on the edge, needing to protect something, being careful, unclear emotions, and hidden treasures. Yeah, these are great cards. Yeah, very represented. But so there is this. What is this that all the show is on here, and then okay, of course, maybe the fox and everything is always captured and tamed and like has to like hide somewhere, and then they hide in some emotional swamp because it was too much too much burning. So this elf of the swamplands is guarding the eye of the swamp, and those eye of the swamp were portals to the underworld. And the elves of the swamplands were the best healers, and everybody who got sick were searching for them. And all this illness and sickness were like damned into the swamp. It was like a place to curse the illness. Oh wow, all the birds are flying here. Oh my god, these blackbirds. I should turn this turn this camera, but it's exactly happening this now in my window. Oh my god. This is the hour when all the blackbirds fly, but oh my god. Very, very aligned everything here. Where is the swamp? And somebody say, hello sis, sanoi hey. Okay, there are live audience. There is indeed 20 people watching. Anyway, we are going forward with this. What is the shadow love result? So the swamp can be a sign that there is a ground that it's dangerous to walk. It can be a dangerous direction in life and in your personal relationships. So the swamp is telling about this sinking energy in yourself or in your relationships. And the card is advising you to consider carefully your every step. It might be better to find a whole new pathway, because this card is warning you that there could be hard times ahead, because you are on this like a path that you can sink in. It's a difficult passage now where you're on. So this whole shadow that you have all this kind of fire burning devil horse and the firefox and all this fire going on has led you this kind of unstable lands. And so from your subconscious mind is coming a message that this kind of swampy feelings can, like maybe emotions that are not in control, can make difficult the interaction with other people. But also it can be a card to say that you are fearful about being stuck in a place. So keep looking a different way to approach your problems and your insecurities, and don't let anybody to break your energy. And you should never go just on purpose to step in this kind of eye of the swamp. It's a dangerous place. So look for the more stable ground and look for more safer road. As well, you can wait before you move, that you feel more stable. So you are going to this other road, more peace in your mind. And then this card is warning that there are relationships that take more than give. And if you become a martyr, is also like a making everything more hard. Oh, there's all kind of stuff here. We are in the swampy lands indeed. This reading goes these difficult situations. So be careful that your feet are firmly on the ground, and don't become a martyr, that you just sink into the swamp. And sometimes you have to be selfishly egoistic, like a selfish, healthy way, and don't carry everybody's burden on your shoulder. And then the theme of this card is save yourself first and help others after. It's a little bit coming to the fact that when I was sick now, I could not hardly do any readings, but I wanted to do them, so I did. But sometimes you have to help first yourself before you can help anybody else. Many people are commenting. I will take the questions in the end, but this is now as the outcome of your shadow, that you have end up in this kind of swampy lands. The card also say that the human can be the worst enemy to itself, and you can bring up this kind of swampy lands yourself just with some bad mindset. It's like whatever you say turns against you. And then you pity yourself, and then you're in this swampy lands, like you don't get out of this kind of self-pity. So don't let yourself go into the eye of the swamp that you are completely stuck there, like, oh, poor me. Take response of everything that happens in your life. Varingrebbe says, it's a dangerous road if you don't keep your feet. There's no telling where you might be swept off. Yeah, this is like it's kind of risky behavior, maybe even with this kind of very passionate knight who is just like riding, like let's go, like not thinking where is kind of headed this kind of Ferrari, like brum. But that was the shadow. It's very passionate, like woof. Then positive is that there is a lot of fire. This is dragon power. There is amazing magical thing going on, and possibly indeed when you are in this swampy lands, you are even coming back from there as a poet. Like it is a total spiritual journey here. Like you have to kind of be mastering all kind of fire and water. That are kind of the healing powers. When you do healing work, those two are the elements, water and fire, that you heal. They are here. Okay, let's see now advice more. First of all, before we go even to advice, I have to give you the current feelings of your person. Here we have a lot of feeling cards. Anybody waiting now to know? Just chose this by intuitively your person, what they are thinking, what they are feeling. Is there love or is there hate? What is there? There is magical love. Manifestation of love happening, momentum in a magic love. That's the magic of love, baby. Wow. I mean, everything is kind of beautiful in this pile, I would say. Divine timing. Trusting divine, present moment is perfect, feeling impatient, patient as a virtue. So, I mean, it was kind of same message here, even with this Tiwaz rune, that things will be okay. They are totally aligned. All these things are aligned here. The path you are on now is a little bit dangerous at times, so think about every step you make, and you will get through it, says this Tiwaz even. Only way is up. But your person sees this divine timing. Then we have here, free me by Nefex. Put me to a test and expect nothing less. You are checkers, I'm chess. What's happening next? Yeah. Yeah, like a chess game. Okay. And then we have a chaos here. Okay, getting into lands, swamping into the chaos, like how I say, not swamping, like a falling into this kind of like a dead body moment. Memorial Day, poppy, chaos. I can smell the danger in a stillness on a balance with my left eye. I'm watching the crows to appear. And here the crows are appearing. Wow. But there is some kind of, this could be even connected to this eclipse season now. This is completely chaotic energy. Eclipse is this moment when things are shifting and changing, and destiny is like a moving in the void. Like you just have to kind of hold the chaos, the presence, and go with it flow. Maybe sometimes you need to rest and so on. So now we go to the advice. Let's see first, what is this heart psychic? This I was marking even for today's reading as a main advice card. So before we see the wolf, let's see, this is beautiful. Advice. Number one, advice. Okay, this is coming. These two are coming, okay. Listen. Read this. I'm not sure which one is the number 2. Which suite? These are tarot related. And manifest. Wow. Number 1. Together they form a 21, which is like a word card, which is totally like a beautiful moment of completion. 2 and 1. 2 becomes 1. Manifest. Arilta say hi, sanoi hei. There is somebody Finnish who speaks Finnish. Nice. Let's see this. Listen. This is your advice part number 1. It's almost like the heart is here. Listen to your heart. It is Major Arcana card. I think they both are. Wow, yeah, they both are amazing. Amazing. I was thinking they are like minors because it's tarot deck. This is actually a High Priestess. And so listen your inner voice, your intuition, which is completely the message of the heart also. Listen that kind of void, what is happening in the unknown. And this is Magician. So we have in the table for your advice a High Priestess and a Magician. What a couple energy here, even if this is like a love reading. This is like amazing. High Priestess and Magician together. And of course this can be all you, but amazing personalities here to give you guidance. So listening. Yeah, listening is gold. Speaking is silver, listening is gold. So pile number 1's message. See, hear, sense, quiet, intuition, knowing. Take a moment to quiet your mental chatter and listen. In a relationship, it's important to pay attention to what the other person is really saying. Too often in conversations, you are already planning what you're going to say while the other person is still talking. You make assumptions about where the conversation is going and plan your part of the conversation accordingly, even working the conversation to a desired outcome. When this happens, you don't truly hear what the other person said, and in doing so, you weren't present for that person. Listening starts with becoming quiet, centered, and totally present. Listening involves many senses. Use your eyes to see the body language of the other person. Use your ears to hear not only the words spoken, but also the tone used to express them. Use your intuition to get a sense of what the person is really saying and feeling. Intuition often helps you hear what is not said as well as what is said. This is crucial to understanding the person or situation. Understanding is essential to improving the relationship or situation. Remember once again to center yourself and use all of your senses to understand what is actually being communicated. Listening is a gift. Give this gift to your partner, parent, children, friends, co-workers, pets, and anyone you meet. Most important, give this gift to yourself. Tune into your mind, body, and soul. Are you listening? What do you hear? An affirmation. I honor myself by being present and truly listening to the messages I hear. High Priestess. Then we get also the Magician. Manifest. Keywords: act, create, focus, magic, clarity, intent. I was supposed to give you only one card, but you got 2. You're so lucky. This is a time of great power for you. The Manifest card is here to tell you that anything is possible. You have all the tools at your disposal to create whatever you desire. You have a variety of tools that can be put to good use. The ability to love unconditionally, to support, to cherish, to listen, to understand, to forgive, to be kind, to be joyful, and even to be silly. All of these are useful tools in managing affairs of the heart. Take some time to determine what your best tools are so that you can use them to work your own unique brand of magic around relationships. Before using these tools to manifest your desires, Take some time to be clear on exactly what you want. A magician is always focused on his or her intent before working magic. You have the ability to manifest what you desire now, so take a moment so there's total clarity. What do you truly need and want? Is it in your highest good? Is it in the highest good of the other person? Will it harm anyone? Magic and manifestation are powerful. When you come from a place of love, you will generate love. Be clear, be honest in your intent, and take action to manifest your heart's desire. You have what it takes to achieve this. An affirmation. I use my power to manifest deliberately and with clear intent. What a stuff. And then we have still, and this is all the trust energy is part of really like a trusting yourself, even that you can do all this. This is a collective reading, yes, Ariltas, like what is his name? Arjita? This is a collective reading, pile number 1. So later I have a timestamps, but somebody could have used their intuition to select this. The last advice card is the wolf. The wolf been listening all this time, and what the wolf has to say now. It's final verdict, and the birds are still flying here. Wow. I love my house when I see them. I have a park nearby. Shakti Pact of Seahorse 31. Nice. This is a light to your shadow, the seahorse. So, Shakti Pact of Seahorse, as you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability, and no longer see the need to conform to social ideals which have no true resonance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environments and relationships harmonize well with you, like which environments and relationships harmonize well with you, supporting your spiritual growth and well-being in all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest. Relax and you shall attract all you need. So the manifest, this is a confirmation. Trust yourself. You can manifest what your heart is desiring. It's possible. The spirit says, yes, it's possible. Yes, presence Sharma, nice. Yeah, this is total fire. That was your reading for number 1. Let's go forward. We have still 2 more. And this is the same spread I will use for all star signs. So stay tuned. This week I will publish my schedule. And I will go star by star sign. Similar kind of reading. Maybe the advice card will differ, but I will definitely use these archetype cards as well. So now it's just a general reading, a pile reading. So let's continue. Presence Sarma say, wow, I'm very impressed. Share her with your friends. Yeah, come on, like I keep sitting in my tarot look like some kind of nun or sister, like nobody knows about me still. Like 1,700 is not much. Like more people could see these readings that are meant for healing, like really the shadows. So we could actually be full in our expression and like artistically. I usually, my motivation is really to heal the world in the sense like people can create music, people can be again merry, happy in their powers, and we start to use all our powers for the good of this planet. So if I can do something and you can share this with somebody, maybe somebody needs to hear this kind of messages. So wait, this is now coming for the next. Where is the other crystal? Okay, let's put this here. Number 2. So practically I was able to heal my own like a blockage of completely losing my creativity. That opened me to find a system with the chakra crystals. And actually, indeed, if you are interested to see my course content, today I decided to put free visible again is in this membership that you can pay monthly and so on. But now the 7th content, the final crown chakra episode is free to watch. I don't know how long I keep it free, but I thought like that was such a fitting to these times. So I wanted to put it available. Okay. So now we go by number 2. We have here this Tarot of Opposition to use for this reading. Let's start immediately reading about the Mannaz. This is something about mankind, like big energies again. If we talk about mankind, what kind of reading is coming with the shadows? It's been before here as well. And the questions you can make, yes, but it is eventually in the end of this reading that I take questions from the audience. So Mannaz is mankind, alphabet M, element air, symbol is mankind, ask, and embla. Tarot is connected to Hierophant, the magician, the wheel of like a fortune. Mannaz means mankind. Here everything revolves around the human being. Closely linked to this is our own destiny. With every decision we make, we either move towards our destiny or away from it. Whether we follow our destiny in the course of our life or not is something that everyone decides for themselves. There will be lessons to master, but in the end, fulfillment awaits us, so it will be worth it. There is still a bit more text about this Mannaz rune. Mannaz embodies one's inner self in the context of a divine lineage. We all have a connection to a higher power, only very few know how to use it. It is therefore the divine within us with which we can form a connection. There is an intelligence within us that we can access when we open our inner eye, like a third eye. In some cases, this can also mean a bond with our partner with whom we form a symbiosis or very close person. That is why Mannaz also stands for the unification and ritual of blood brotherhood. Some beings belong together. They complement each other and are also bound to each other and therefore dependent on each other. Lastly, the unity of both hemispheres of the brain can also be considered as decisive. Only when they both right and left side of brain work together, the human beings achieve his and her full potential. Beautiful this here, because indeed the crown chakra episode is all about this, is to be in your highest powers and not to fall to be egotist, but use those powers to like a serve then with those powers. Like if now we are talking about your power and shadow, but maybe somebody is here to protect even the weak or against the evil or whatever. Like the protection is here. So when you have this possibility to protect something, that in my case I feel I want to protect the artist and the innocent and all these kind of beautiful things in life. Yeah, it's a good motivation why you do something, if you want to protect something, but like you have to be in the power to protect also. So mastering to be in power, yes, help other people too. Yes, the Raidho said, please don't spam chat. Yeah, there is thing like I allow people to comment here. I think I set it for only subscribers, but still is meant to be that when I stop reading these general readings, this is by number 2 now, after the 3rd, I will look in here and then I will look who is still here. So the person would be respectful to stay here. Some people leave a question and leave. Like, how do I know that they even are caring enough to look what I said? So it's better that the person is actually here when he's doing the question. But of course, I can look then. But now I focus here. So let's see. Let's put the wolf aside. Now we start looking immediately at the power and shadow. This is exciting. Last time we got the poet and all the birds got crazy here. So what is going now? What is happening? What is happening now? Like in Twin Peaks, what is happening? Okay, this one. The forest. Wow, things are beautiful. I like this card because my name Silva means forest. So I always love anything to do with forest, but this is protection and forest. It tells me about the mankind. Somehow spirit wants to tell like, yes, there should be more people wanting to protect the nature. Like this is called out now. Somebody can be like protecting the beautiful forest. And maybe you need it. Story time. What the forest wants to tell you. This is your secret power. The forest. Is it 36? The forest, the woods, the thicket, the jungle. And that is pile number 2, your power in shadow. Consider for a moment your earliest memory of the forest. It's likely it included all the mythic dynamic of the archetypal space. A little fear, a little enchantment, perhaps losing your way, perhaps discovering a secret mystical treasure. Such is the magic of the forest. It requires first that you enter it and then that you get lost within it. You may think there is a path to lead you straight through, but soon enough you'll be on what is known as the pathless path. There are tricksters here, dense foliage and entanglement, but equally present are the glimmers of the fairy light and friends among the trees. You are on an adventure now, and there's no turning back. So embrace the dim light and the moving shadows, whether literal or imaginal. Brave the forest and get lost getting found. The hunter, the maiden, the crone and the shaman make regular appearances in the forest. Don't be surprised if these cards come up together. Let the narrative reveal itself. Wow, you are on the adventure. Pile number 2. And this is very artistic adventure because throat chakra is always connected to your expression. It can be anything with a dance, move, music, anything that you express yourself. You're asked to express as well. Something about in the shadow. The shadow could be also something that the archetype, the negative one here is a silent child. Somebody who is silenced, can't say, can't express. The positive is a communicator, and that should be like activated now in this forest. Okay, let's see. Next thing. I think I see the current feelings of a person before I go to this love shadow reading. What is the love here? Pile number 2. Okay, this one. Expose yourself to your deepest fear. After that, fear has no power, and the fear of freedom shrinks and vanishes. You are free. Jim Morrison. Ad Astra, don't be afraid. Again, wow, there's really some fearful things here. The person is a bit afraid. We are not what we know, but what we are willing to learn. Mary Catherine Bateson, know thyself. Like you are a book itself. Then only those who have learned the power of sincere and selfless contribution experience life's deepest joy. True fulfillment. Tony Robbins has said this. This is current feelings of a person. Thank you for finding me, she said. He smiled. You say that every time, in every single lifetime. Despite me always promising, I still find you again and again. Karen Star. Wow, this is about like a twin flame energy. Like in every lifetime, the twin flame is finding the other twin. Wow, the person feels like something is lost and then found. The person is found. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Marianne Williamson, wow, indeed, that we get successful. That is damn scary, because you have to be responsible for everything you are. You're actually not a martyr, you are like not a victim, you're a victor. But that can be scary, and a person sees this, there is some kind of mastery here. But Ad Astra, like towards the stars, don't be afraid. Let's go into this deep forest, even it's scary. And protection and mankind. Okay, let's see now this shadow love reading. So this is the whole reading about. So we are seeing now your love shadow is what you need the most. Love shadow. And what is the positive about this shadow? And this is how my love shows with this shadow. Okay, 4 swords. Resting. 4 swords is like a fallen soldier almost, but this maybe I read from the book, because this can become a meaningful words. Resting under a tree. Yeah, I mean, why people rest when they are not dead yet? Like there is some kind of saying like there is time to rest in the grave. Why do you rest when you're still here? But yeah, sometimes, yeah, energies are heavy, you need to rest. But there is a excess of everything is bad. Your battles are not over, only suspended. Rest now, for soon you must return to the fight, probably alone against many. Whatever happens in your worldly conflicts, victory is certain over your insecurities. Conquering your fear is more important than beating others. Okay, this came again in this reading, this fear. Spirit really see there is a lot of fearful energy here, and that is part of that shadow. Being afraid. I want to show you the time. We all have this amount of time, or whatever is time. And do you fill this time with love or fear? The choice is yours. Here looks like the shadow love is you are feeling it too much with fear. And then nothing is happening. What is the positive about the shadow? Okay, 3 of Wands. This is a foresight of something to come. Even being successful. Maybe that is indeed fearful thing. You see a lot is coming and you are like, okay, let me rest now, because soon I have to grind and do and be so busy. Like now, let me rest. But still, let me see this. Positive aspect of your shadow. The love shadow. The time is right for any challenge, for all kinds of journeys and actions that involve your talents. Initiative, courage, and inner strength will foster resolutions. Commit and you will win. Lay back or slow down and you will get far less than you deserve. Yes, you can't now be resting. You have to put in motion or action things. And then the outcome of this love shadow is 2 cards. There is the 6 of Cups. Interesting, it's the same outcome that in the pile number 1, but together with the Fool card. That is a new chapter and a journey. These are different messages, so this is not in the Swamplands. This is actually like almost like a memory of being a child with a daddy. While here, the Fool is going to the new adventures. What was also here in the shadow power was that there is adventures. You should just go on this adventure. But this is a major arcana card in your outcome. It's really like this new chapter. Something almost like you bury the old. You kind of grieve the old. And that took a lot of energy, whatever it was this phase in your life. You see the new, and then you are going for it. The shadow love is something that you lost or like you had to grieve. And it took energy away from you, of course. Everything like if we have a separation, any kind of this kind of hard things can shock us, our life. Separation, death, bankruptcy, anything, this kind of thing takes a lot to kind of go deal that stuff. The energy goes to that before we can move again. Something like that shocked you and you lost energy with it, but you are gathering it, you are seeing it, and you are mastering the fear of starting new things. This is the outcome of the shadow love. The immediate future looks bright. Projects, especially emotional ones, can be considered now, felt in the heart with intuition and confidence. Let those who love you accompany you on new adventures. Travels and ventures begun under these auspices may prove fundamental to your life. And the Fool card is also the outcome of your love shadow. Whether you travel to unknown destinations in the world or in your mind, you will encounter wonderful energies and forces that you would not experience by standing still in the places you already know. Yeah, this is totally standing still in the places you know. No, you have to go to new places. Explore alone or in the company of those who will help you on your journey. Confidence in the future and a soul that is renewed every day will prepare you for new adventures. Waiting for the right moment to walk confidently in the world is propitious, but only if you have already accumulated the best energies at your disposal. Be visionary and pure. Always listen to the voice of the wind and follow its direction. Yeah, it's like Spirit wanna see you conquering new territories, going somewhere, maybe even into the forest, into the wild. Face the darkness. Don't be afraid. Just like do something. Don't be like just like waiting or something. And yeah, Ad Astra, don't be afraid. Is a really person see this. Okay, so let me get the advice you first with this psychic heart. Line number 2. Advice for you. Trust. Wow, beautiful. And this is a Fool card again. So it's again, the adventure is highlighted. You have to trust that wind will carry you. Wow, the same. Wow, wow, wow. I like to see things aligned. It gives me also a good feeling that I'm able to be a good reader. I'm able to call similar energies here. The field is activated. Whatever is this field is now very much like an adventurous pile. Trust. Leap, dare, innocence, optimism, belief, courage. Rejoice, the universe is looking out for you. Now it's time to trust that the path you are on is in fact the right one. Believe that whatever you desire concerning affairs of the heart can be manifested in the proper time and for your highest good. Trusting the universe takes courage, but it also removes the burden of doing it all on your own. When you feel alone in a situation, it can diminish your energy and desire to take action that will improve the situation. This card reminds you that you are not alone. It is also a reminder that the positive energy is available to you to manifest what you truly desire. In addition to trust, this is a card of action and opportunity. Once we know that the universe has our back, we are free to take that all-important leap of faith and pursue our dreams concerning affairs of the heart. Put aside any fear, disillusionment, frustration, or hopelessness and open your heart to what you desire. Do it now with the carefree innocence you had as a child and expect to receive what you need. Wow, this is really like to remember the dream what you had as a child. Maybe you had like a fishing trip with your daddy, I don't know. Like, remember that little inner child. Like I often say in my like a course content that our inner child is our biggest muse. So it's time to trust what that inner child wants to tell you, and what all kind of messages here is coming now. To really trust your powers and dreams, that you can have them. Take some risk and maintain an attitude of positive expectancy. Whether it's a relationship with another person or a relationship with yourself, now is the time to take action. Even a good relationship can be improved. What steps can you take to achieve what you desire? An affirmation. I open myself to giving and receiving love that is for my highest good. And this is the Fool card. New chapter in your life. Wow. Maybe it's even because mankind is here, the blood brotherhood and all. It's time to really bring some kind of positive energy in the whole world with whatever action you take. You set good example that you do it. You dare. You are not afraid. Because fear is such a limiting power. Of course, it serves to be fearful and not move and be always like stuck somewhere, but like it can keep you safe indeed. But like our world is too much full of fear. It becomes like a way to control people. Okay, let's see now what the wolf has to say. Ui, immediately. Wow. Karma of Kutuhala, 43. Karma bird is here. Where is this book here? It just jumped. It wanted to come. It's nice when it happens, like a card just comes. Yes, thank you for my spirit guides who are here to help my past relatives and dead people who care still about our world. Then Karma of Kutuhala. Your sacred soul passion is powerful enough to shift the state of your inner reality and your outer experience. So commit to what truly ignites your heart and do not be dissuaded by anything or anyone. If you are seeking to make a commitment, do so when it truly connects to your heart. Follow your genuine, meaningful bliss. Know that no matter what appears to be, you shall prevail. You shall arise. Ooh. And okay, I'm gonna read a little bit more of this Kutuhala. Kutuhala is a Sanskrit term that translates as that which excites wonder, even if it doesn't seem like it will lead us anywhere practical. Following our bliss can allow for something beautiful and deeply fulfilling to unfold. We often pursue what is sensible and secure, yet what could be more appropriate than pursuing a path so intoxicating, so fascinating, so utterly mesmerizing to the spirit that no matter what challenges arise, you feel so much love and commitment and passion you shall not turn away. That is the stuff of potential greatness. We might call it being led by our hearts. Kutuhala is permission to do just that. And now the bird rises. And you also should kind of rise, like spread your wings. I fly. That was your reading, Barnacle 2. Interesting. Interesting to see this. We are closer and closer to your own possible to ask a question from me. We still go to pile number 3 before that. And indeed, if somebody's new to this channel, thank you for being here. I've done this already 3 years, but it's good that more people are finding me. Always subscribe, you help my channel to be indeed noticed more. Or like, or comment, that also helps. Everything helps. It helps to be active. And I also know what kind of readings you like. It's good. All good. So we are going again. Ta-da, let's put this timer away. This was an example of love and fear. And this. We have here pile number 3 starting. Raidho is a rune. We have a peace as energy. Crown chakra. Peace is of course exactly what any guru has. This is totally guru style. Let's read the Raidho. We are learning runes every Sunday as well. I want to master this too. You can too when you listen to this every week. So this is connected to Thor and Odin, element air. Symbol is a riding, a rider, and chariot. Tarot is the Hierophant. And yeah, this is like a... Did I say the animal was the steed? A crow and a steed, like a war horse and a crow. Yeah, the Odin's birds are indeed the crows. Raidho speaks of the exciting adventure of external and internal journeys, as well as the perpetual spiritual search for mankind. It takes its name, meaning from chariot, wheel, rider, riding, but it also considered a symbol of the wheel of life. The essential themes of Raidho are communication, unity, self-transformation, soul journey, and inner guidance. Raidho stands as a symbol of the rhythm of life and the journey through other worlds. It is associated with Odin's horse Sleipnir. Raidho provides order according to the natural laws and supports with wise advice and just judgments. There is also a close connection to knights. In modern times, Raidho can be an expression of a physical or spiritual journey or quest. With Raidho, advice seeker move forward the realization of a desired goal. For the future, this can mean that something is set in motion and in decisive right direction. Raidho invites us to follow the rhythm of life and to travel into the depths of the soul to approach the inner child. Raidho brings the questioner in contact with his/her feelings, experiences, and memories. This is high vibe rune and strengthens connection to higher self and trusting thyself. It's like a ride or die horse, like Odin's horse, Sleipnir. And the crow, so beautiful stuff. But there is peace, interesting war horse, but also peace. And then the crown chakra is completely like high powers. Now let's see the secret power in the shadows. Power in the shadows for pile number 3. What is it? There is 39 people liking my video. Thank you. So cool. It helps people to see this more. Okay, I have to really feel this card. Now let's focus. Power. Nectar. There's a nectar is the power in the shadow. Interesting. Looks really like a blossoming flower. Let's read about that. A beautiful, same color. I love to see this. Of course, this is kind of like a 1,000 petal of lotus, and I don't know if this is a lotus. It looks more like a peony, but let's see. What is the message of the nectar? So this is the power in shadow for pile number 3. And I will make this kind of readings using these cards also in the power and shadow for all star signs next week. I will just schedule in. If you're interested, keep soon I start these readings. I have to see when I have time. Maybe not Monday, but Tuesday I start. Okay, anyway. This is now the power in the shadows, the medicine, the elixir, the garden. In Hindu mythology, there is a miracle substance known as amrit or nectar that contains infinite healing power. This golden nectar or sacred elixir is the drink of immortality, and like its sister substance, soma, is known to activate subtle intelligent forces that ease the mind, body and spirit. Though esoteric, these images lead us to the central energy of this archetype, the sweet, potent, heavenly essence that lubricates our spirit back to life. The nectar card calls us to identify and relish in places, practices, people and activities that regenerate and heal. Medicine is needed, and it comes in subtle form that you may be overlooking. Seek the most sensuous, fragrant flower in the garden you have forgotten. Don't underestimate this remedy. It is said when someone has activated the substance within, it is reflected in the shimmering eyes. It's like a nectar in the eyes. And the nectar, the mystic and aletheia cards are linked. It is mystic who, like Krishna, turns poison into nectar, and it is truth that can often serve as a potent elixir for healing. Wow, an amazing message here. The truth is indeed like a truth bomb, is very healing. Somebody actually dare to speak the truth, because sometimes in the fake world everybody go after the truth speaker like they are like a curse or something, because they are like a ruining the whatever master plan of evil. But the truth is healing. Yes. And maybe the truth speaker's eyes are shining. Yes, there's a lot of power here. Nice. Then let's go forward. I think I see current feelings of a person now. That is coming for pile number 3. We have a rooster and a chicken. What is going on here? There has to be polarity in a relationship. Lean into feeling, this is triggering me right now. What is it trying to teach me? Feelings are messengers like crows. Okay, so the crows are trying to tell something to the chicken and the rooster. Then light in the end of the tunnel. You guide me through gateway into higher dimensions. I feel power of love now. Sacred space between us through magnetism. Heart chakra opening. Charles Bukowski, understand me. I'm not like an ordinary world. I have my madness, I live in another dimension, and I do not have time for things that have no soul. Okay, somebody really wants that you understand them. They have no time for things that have no soul. Then Jung and the shadow, on the shadow. The most dangerous thing would be for us to imagine that we are on a higher plane of consciousness than our neighbors. Yes, this is really like talking about this kind of war horse and everything. Like sometimes you might be like polarity. Putting somebody to the pedestal, putting yourself, like try to have this kind of understanding that everybody's unique here, everybody has some message to tell, and nobody is the same. And the understanding and the truth is what we need. Okay, let's look now at the shadow love. So this is interesting deck. This is the shadow deck, Book of the Shadow Tarot I'm using. And it's connected to crown chakra. This is the bottom of the deck. Okay, there is the element of fire here. Okay, let's start. So pile number 3. Equinox. Your love shadow is what you need the most. This one. And what is the positive about this shadow? And this is how my love shows with this shadow. 2 cards. Thank you. Let's put this. Okay, Mother of Air, Queen of Sword. Love shadow is Queen of Sword. Mother of Air. Air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Very much focus on the communication and the words. Yes, words can be like a swords, but this is somehow definitely the love language here is the words. Let's read this little story from here. Understand this love shadow. But you need the most, maybe like a truth. This is also connected to that kind of things. Words are connected to truth. You need the truth. Truth needs to be spoken. So your love shadow is what you need the most. Is the Mother of Air writes books and creates language. She builds bridges with words and ideas, helping you communicate more effectively. So clear communication, truthful communication, somehow is missing. Direct communication. And that was is needed the most. Direct communication. What is positive about then this shadow? Hermit. Like somebody is taking totally this alone spiritual path. Interesting. The path is the positive thing. You are on the path. Yes, the spiritual journey is alone also. It happens a lot in alone. This is the positive of your love shadow is the path. Every witch, every pagan, every person for that matter lives their own life and works their own path. While there are moments and beliefs that we can share, times when we can help and support each other, when it comes right down to it, journey is our own. We decide what to do, what to think, what to feel, and what to believe. We determine our values and set our priorities. No matter how entwined our lives are with others, at the day-to-day, alone in the woods, we take our own journey. We walk our own path. Fortunately, when we are alone, focus on our own heart and our own connection with the divine, that is when we can best hear the divine's voice and see its guidance. Our path becomes visible and wisdom becomes our companion. So being alone is really, Spirit wanna say you need sometimes to be alone. If you are really like a codependent on relationships and stuff, even this looks the same as your person see there is light in the end of the tunnel. Maybe the loneliness has been kind of curse here. Isolation. But there is light in the end of the tunnel. Nectar is activated here. The truth, possibly even, is coming. A light. It's gonna heal. Peace is coming. It's coming maybe first to yourself, like Hermit indeed goes inward, the journey is inward and then outward. So there is all this thing about positive thing. You had to do this path alone. There was nobody else to work with you but the spirit, and they saw you like this. And now we see the outcome when you have this love shadow. You have this palm, hand, and again sword energy, ace of sword. A lot of dreaming and palmistry. It can be a little bit quarreling energy, but let's see what is this. It's like somebody could read your hand for your future. So in your hand. Palmistry. Okay, this was that. Where is this? Yes. So outcome of your this is how my love shows with this shadow. It shows in your hands. Palmistry. We have access to many keys to self-knowledge, and it is wise to make use of them, for as the ancient oracle once advised, know thyself. We can look within ourselves and seek with truth of our hearts. We can look without and seek direction from the world around us. We can also look at ourselves, for we hold information within the very palms of our hand. Interesting point here, because I'm also picking the cards with my hand, like I feel them in my hand. Like readers are different, whatever they shuffle the cards. Me, when I shuffle the cards, I feel every single card I pull, I feel them. There's something about feeling it, feelings in your hand. This is like a physical empathy. You have that for some reason. By learning to read our heart and head lines, we discover how we are naturally inclined to behave in our relationships, most comfortable communicating and likely to approach learning. Life and fate lines reveal information that can help us best understand and care for our physical bodies and to what extent we might be controlled by external circumstances. The shape of our palm provides clues about our character. Reading your palm or having it read is not once in a lifetime event for several reasons. First, the lines of your hand can change over time as you change. Second, even if the lines haven't changed, the way you may perceive or utilize information may very well change. Reassessing both the information gathered and your reactions to it will help you better understand your own strengths and weaknesses. The Five of Air says that it's important that our own strengths should be recognized and used to the best advantage at this time. We have what we need, but we may have to remind ourselves of that. Hand and heart is connected. This is the energy. What you do with the hand is connected to your heart. So somehow this love shows what you get done with your hands. Simple said. And then we have also this Ace of Swords. The outcome of your love shadow. Pile number 3 is dreams. While it is true that science admittedly knows very little about sleep and dreams, it's also true that dreams often provide messages and revelations and even prophecies. For the most part, dreaming is passive activity. The dreams are received, it seems, as a gift from the divine. Whether a dream leaves us feeling excited and renewed or frightened and shaken, we are compelled to seek a message from it, to interpret it. It is true that while the conscious mind is relaxed, the subconscious or perhaps a god or goddesses can communicate via dream images. So you are dreaming a lot or seeing possibilities. Now my readings can come true in 2 weeks usually, so pay attention to your dreams. I would advise you to keep even a dream diary these times. The Ace of Air represents direct divine guidance. The universe wishes to provide information, to give it freely as a gift. However, we must be perceptive and cultivate a quiet mind, or the gift is lost to us. Settle down, quiet striving, and just receive. Okay, so this receive even in your sleep is a message here to handle this shadow. Maybe you are indeed alone in your bed. You are a bit alone, but you have beautiful dreams showing you the visions. These times, this is a time to vision things and even go to have a palmistry read done to you, maybe to even understand yourself and your strengths. But yeah, interesting shadow. Now let's see the advice. Interesting, even in this peace card, the power is coming from the hands, like a circle is created, like a power circle. So don't forget the power in your hands. You have everything in your hands. So, is there more comments coming? Wait. Now, advice, pile number 3. This one. Shine, 19. Wow, it's a sun card. Amazing. You got a sun card. Wow. Time to shine, time to glow. Wow. Positive messages here. Wow. I like what came out of this shadow. Often indeed, talking about shadows liberate that kind of like a possibly the sun was like behind all the clouds, and we are clearing the clouds, and now we start to see actually the golden shadow. It's here to shine. You need to shine more. Believe, realize, harness, enthusiasm, potential, breakthrough. This card symbolizes the positive and powerful energy that now surrounds you. By embracing this energy, you can improve current relationships and draw new ones to you. See yourself in a glowing orb of brilliant golden light. Believe in the power of the light to infuse your relationships with enthusiasm, life, and greater love and understanding. See it moving outward, surrounding all of the people you know and filling them with joy and hope. Visualization can be quite powerful, so use it to magnetize and attract what you want in your life. Wow, this is totally what your person even see clear. Light in the end of the tunnel. And the light is in you. What a message. It is also time for you to let your own light shine. You are an amazing being. You are magnificent. Realizing and believing this is the key to unlocking your personal potential. Be confident in your dealings with others. Use your talents to point relationships in positive, empowering directions. Letting your own light shine will act as a beacon to attract others to you, people of like-minded and similar vibration. It will also encourage others to let their own light shine. Harness the amazing energy surrounding you and shining from within you. Use this energy to break through any obstructions that stands in your way of complete happiness. Know that you deserve the best. People are attracted to you when you are joyful, enthusiastic, and confident. Radiate these qualities into the world and see what beautiful things you attract. Affirmation: I shine my light out into the world and joyfully attract all that I desire. And it's the sun card. And how even this is the sun reading. We have here the 11th chapter is about the sun. We are in the heaven of the sun, even the divine comedy, and you got it. Complete alignment with this reading. Wow. Wow. And even solar eclipse is coming. This could even talk about that. Powerful times. Powerful times to have visions and dream and set things into motion. And speak your truth. Now we have still one advice card from the wolf. The wolf has been listening here. What the wolf has to say. Pile number 3, wolf want to say to you. $39. Ivory wishful crow. Wow, the crow came again. The crow was here already. Wow, I think I never had this card in this slide message. It's beautiful. Crow. Crow is here. Ivory wishful crow. You can have what you truly want. Such knowledge helps soften and release fear, grasping control and doubt. Have confidence that the universe hears your prayers and is even now leading you into which you seek. You can take sanctuary within your spiritual connection whenever you need stabilization and protection against the fluctuations of the external world. No matter what is happening around you, there is a way through to the fulfillment of your potential. Phusunda is the mysterious Hindu sage who assumes the form of a crow and lives atop of the magical wish-fulfilling tree, thriving whether there be feast or famine in the world. As a highly evolved supernatural being, he has outlived the ending of numerous world ages. No calamity or catalysis can shake the powerful divine tree or the creatures who live within its shelter. The sacred tree is a place of sanctuary and protection where no harm can befall any of its inhabitants. The wish-fulfilling tree is a spiritual symbol for the soul, the heart, and the divine bodhisattvas or enlightened sages who guide us and protect humanity. It represents a high level of consciousness which is abundant and in harmony with the universe and therefore blissful, free, and generous. This oracle reminds you that as you align with spirit, you are aligning with the powerful field of grace, which has protective and strengthening qualities. It is a spiritual tonic with effect in all dimensions and all realms of existence. The price for such sacred empowerment is the surrender of one's ego. This is a lifelong journey for most of us rather than one-time event. We recondition our mind in the ways of spirit again and again. We disentangle our hearts from societal conditioning based on fear, dominance, greed, victimization, of getting one's personal desires met at any cost. We recognize there is profound difference between taking and receiving. We trust in what is destined for us. Stories around in the Hindu tradition of various wish-fulfilling manifestations, from goddesses to trees to cows and gems. Stories abound in the Hindu, about all this. Goddesses, trees, cows, and gems. When someone sought to possess the wish-fulfilling treasure for their own personal use, they would always be thwarted by the higher spiritual intelligence of love, which cannot be controlled or manipulated, but remains as it is, pure and generously giving all that is needed to the receptive heart. It is like a positive message, like God sees who is trying to do trickery and they will get their karma. Anyway, this is now your reading. We came to the end of the reading. So I start to clean this table. I hope you like this reading. I thought these cards were pretty amazing. What did you thought? Wow. This nectar on this bird reminds me of this kind of colibri coming. Okay. So now the audience can ask me a question. Now is the time. Now is the time. The time is come. Has come. Somebody to speak and raise the voice to ask a question. This goes here. Let's see that all the crystals are back in here. It's like, yes. Yes, I have 8 crystals here because there is some extra goodie here as well. All have a different tarot deck that you will get based on your energy that I feel. Let's see, what are the questions? Who is here? Is anybody here still? Did people get tired to listen my readings? Is there anybody here saying? Because I can look the questions, but I would wish that somebody is here live. Bill Clinton said, I've been into Tampere. I mean, somebody who says to be Bill Clinton wanted to know where I'm from. I'm from Finland. Then, yes. I don't see much now people activate you just now. Will you please help me? May I know feelings of this person? I would like to have a clear question here now. Who will be the one who wanna ask me? Because I wish the person is now here. There is 10 people watching currently. Maybe some of them. You have to be subscribed to comment, of course. Thank you for any new subscribers. It's nice to have more seeing the shadow readings. Prasan Sarma say I'm the oldest here. But anyway, I'm now looking, is there really clear question? Because there is like asking the reunion possible, music life, reddish spread cow say is like mine and us spread reunion possible. But would be nice to have very good clear question. So if somebody now gonna ask me question, it's gonna be the one I pick, because I think I wanna see exactly from you that you are still here. So even if you ask the question, maybe you repeat the question now. Now is the moment. Now I'm gonna pick you. Now I can make a personal reading that usually costs €100 an hour. So it's kind of valuable psychic reading. I've been studying this with Richard Knight, who is a very known psychic in England. So I have done my psychic studies already 3 years. Can maybe connect to your energy. I mean, I can. No. To help something. Nobody's asking new question. Feelings. A lot of feelings, asking feelings. Is Praina Raipot still here? Was asking Devender's love is still loving her. But I wanna really have somebody who now asks me the question. So who is gonna ask me a question now? And if it's not happening, if nobody's any more live asking, then indeed I don't give that question even. I stopped this reading now, but maybe just for the sake of the fact that I want to give some free reading here, is that it would be nice to see now somebody asking that question who is actually here. Yes, I feel wrong to pick somebody who is not anymore here. Anybody wanting me to ask, like, make the answer to your question, now is the time to say that you are here. Okay, I wait a little bit more and then we call this reading to the end. I've been, of course, here busy already 1 hour and 40 minutes. So anybody here? It starts with the Sakra crystal. Okay, I will take fast this Radha. She was a new subscriber and asking Sri Shala feeling toward Radha and next action. I just do this fast. Radha is heart chakra. Okay, it's very loving energy. True love is possible here. Maybe we take just the love cards, then simple reading. Radha. New subscriber here, feelings towards Radha. What is that? Turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experience love. This is just how loving you can be. I'm gonna read this from the book. This is for you, Radha. Maybe it shows even the next action is to turn on your heart light. It's just like being really loving is the way to go. This heart chakra is even be true lover, not a faker. Like sometimes people can act a role, but what are actually the loving actions? We can actually really love, not just fake it. So this is for Radha. Thinking of loving moments will enable you to open your heart. Drawing on a memory of love reopens and heals your heart to receiving love. It is important to keep your heart light on and broadcast your love out into the world. Discover ways to convey extra love to each person in your life. The world is always reflecting your thoughts about yourself and those around you. If you think the world is a positive and loving place, that will be what you experience most of the time. Getting back to a place where you believed in love will bring more love back to you. A picturesque woman faces the future with a hand placed over her heart as she recalls a tender memory. The feathers adorning her hair are a message of love. It may be that someone or something is trying to reach out to you. Feathers may prompt you to understand that infinite people cherish you. Breathe into your heart and imagine its light is a beacon that calls to those you love. It's almost like, yeah, you put the light on in your heart. And I put still the current feelings of your person here because Radha, let's see what's happening here. Maybe there is some anxieties. Interesting is coming the Oracle of Love. Wanting to know what is going to happen, that was you asking indeed. Wanting to feel secure, missing you, wanting to be close, sacred, scared of losing you. So particularly if you feel like this, that you are looking for the Oracle, your person is also kind of insecure. So you just like indeed be more signaling like, yes, I want to love you. Blood, toil, tears and sweat. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. We have before us an ordeal of most grievous kind. We have before us a long, hard struggle. This was Winston Churchill. Maybe things are hard for your person. You should like lovingly understand they struggle. People indeed close their heart when things get hard. So it could be just the person is withdrawing because they need to heal something. And then we have here, good morning, Queen of Chaos. Intuition is killer rabbit. Love is easy. No more BS. Fate makes everything possible. Okay, you just have to keep the faith, even like there's some kind of truth has to be said. There is also this little message, kingdom of heaven opens to children who are innocent. Innocence is that beautiful thing in our heart that is kind of the gift in the end, that you get back to the loving open heart, because we face some hard stuff and then we are not even keeping our heart open, then we don't experience true love. But if you start healing your heart, breathe into your heart, even this kind of hard breathing, that you can say to yourself, I am love, like a kind of mantra, then it's like a signal to your person. It gives this kind of vibration again, like, yes, I'm loving, and you will get that reflection back to you. So it's almost like it starts from yourself, your own self-care and self-love. Whatever happens with your person next, it starts from yourself, you loving yourself first. Okay, so this was a reading I gave for free. Now I end this reading. Thank you for everybody watching. And I will post soon like a schedule when I'm gonna do this kind of star sign readings. And it will be this spread that I used today for every star sign. So that we look into the love shadow and the power in the shadows. Okay, thank you for watching and bye. Oi, can I close this?